What is up, everybody? You are very welcome along to tonight's late night agenda. And as you can see straight away, Mr. Connor Crosby has been busy. He's been getting those juices flowing and he's been redesigning. What do we think? Our new home. It's looking pretty cool, isn't it? I have to say I'm very proud of my boy Connor. I say my boy like he's my son. Like I'm already feeding into this what you guys wind me up about. When I say my boy, I mean my mate. He defo isn't my son. What an intro this is. One of my favourite in a while. How are we, ladies and gentlemen? Lovely to see so many of you in the chat. Joining us on YouTube. Joining us on Hot Mic. Thank you so much. Joanne Fisher. Boom. Now, Joanne, I'm getting a little bit concerned about this because I don't want you going broke. We're going to have to design you an emoji or something, Joanne, that says on set rather than you having to spend your money doing super stickers to start and finish every stream, Joanne. I'm concerned in that sense, but I do love it. It is a live stream when Joanne puts the on set super sticker in. Thank you, Joanne, and welcome to everybody to tonight's stream. There is a load for us to get through. As I did say to you, there was a Premier League meeting coming up today, so I said we'd probably have a little bit more news on that one. As we stand, I'm looking at right now in the background, the Leverkusen game is in the last minute. It is Bremen 1, Leverkusen 4. Couple of goals for Kai Havertz to start off, and straight away, I was guilty to this as well. Kai Havertz immediately, bang, everybody talking about him on Twitter. Scores a couple of goals. Liverpool fans everywhere talking about him. Now, some good news to start off tonight's stream, ladies and gentlemen, and some bad news. Which one do you want first? I'll let you guys pick because this is your show, and this isn't to do with Liverpool. This is to do with the Anfield agenda. So, good news or bad news first? I will let you guys pick. Hello to everyone that's over on Hot Mic as well. Lovely to see you guys with us. Thank you so much for joining. We are really close to 1,850 followers on Hot Mic, ladies and gents, so you know what to do. Download that app, link in the description, and put in the code Anfield, all capital letters, boom. Bad news, bad news. Oh, I love the bad news. Right, the bad news. I do love it. That's what I pick as well. Love you guys. That's what I pick. So the bad news is that from Saturday, I will do a stream on Saturday, but then I'm going to take 8 days off or so. Just to regather and get ready for the run-in, because it's going to be really busy when football starts to get back in en masse. I mean, I know the Bundesliga is back, so going to do a stream on Saturday. It'll probably be the Dortmund game, and then I'm going to take 8 days off. So that's the bad news. I will do one stream in the middle, like I always do, because I don't like to take a whole week off. So I'll do one stream somewhere in the middle. Probably be a watch-along on Tuesday, actually, of Bayern Dortmund, but we'll move on. The good news is really good news. So, I had said to you that my good mate Mark Goldbridge was going to come on for a chat tomorrow. Put it in your diaries. Tomorrow, 8:45 or so, Mark Goldbridge from the United Stand is going to be coming on. Good friend of the channel. We're going to be having a chat about Project Restart. Going to be getting his take on transfers in the summer window that's coming up. So I'm really looking forward to that. Then, I'm just about to finish exact timings and dates, but Expressions is going to be coming on Wednesday or Thursday for a chat as well. Going to have Boya and Sophie coming on Friday. Loads of stuff coming up. An interview with Miguel Delaney I'm just finalising as well. Miguel Delaney, chief football writer for The Independent. So much good stuff coming up on the channel this week. We're going to take a week off, but we're going to finish with an absolute bang, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be class. I'm really looking forward to it. A few interviews in the meantime as well, said Connor. Yeah, and when Mark Goldbridge finishes tomorrow, Mark's going to be on for probably 25 minutes or so. Connor is going to jump on as well on audio after that, so you're going to get a bit of Mr. Crosby as well. Messing up my words, but this is part of the fun of going live, isn't it? So that is the news, ladies and gentlemen. So just to recap, Mark Goldbridge tomorrow. We're going to be filming, hopefully on Wednesday, an interview with Miguel Delaney, the chief football writer for The Independent. Then Expressions is going to be coming on at 7 o'clock on either Wednesday or Thursday. Still looking to absolutely confirm that with my good buddy Expressions. Sophie and Boya on Friday. It just keeps coming. The good news keeps coming, ladies and gents. We're trying to bring you the best content and interviews that we can until the Reds are back in action, and then it'll be just over to good old me again. But look, love it. Lovely to have you guys with us. I can see a few people. What, can we ask Connor anything? Yes, Liz. Ask him whatever you want tomorrow, my friend. What a lineup as well. Thank you for the kind words over on Hot Mic. Who was that said that? Let me just jump in and check. You deserve a little break. Just one that we need, said Red for Life. What a lineup as well, said Liz. Can we ask Connor anything? Yes, of course you can, Liz. Training to return tomorrow. Yeah, we'll get to all of that stuff. I'm loving the Kios and the Coke. Somebody said, yeah, again, another Connor Crosby initiative. You know, Champions League trophy's looking pretty sexy as well, though, isn't it? Nothing's off the table, said Connor tomorrow. You can ask him whatever you want. Look, ladies and gentlemen, let's get straight into it because we've a lot to get through tonight. Premier League clubs have voted unanimously in favour of letting clubs return to small groups of training from tomorrow. Now, step 1 enables squads to train while maintaining social distancing. Contact training is not yet permitted. Now, I was speaking about Miguel Delaney earlier on. He wrote a piece in The Independent that included a section that I'm going to read out to you guys now. That full article is available to read on the Independent site. Either check out Miguel Delaney's Twitter account or go to the Independent, or I think it's independent.co.uk is the full website. But this is a little segment from it. So it says nearly half of the Premier League medical practitioners and almost 70% of those in the EFL do not feel they have been sufficiently consulted by the football authorities regarding the return of competitions, according to a survey conducted by the Football Medicine and Performance Association. That just goes to show that although the process of Project Restart has begun and we are going to get underway with training being available from tomorrow, there's still a lot to overcome. There's still a lot of hurdles for us to get through before we see the Premier League back in action. But today was a big step. So I'm taking that as a massive positive. As I said, I always recommend reading anything Miguel writes. He's an excellent journalist, and the full detail of that is available on various other websites. But I took this from The Independent, so it's only fair I shout him out. Up the Rebels, said Pat Moynihan. Good evening to everyone, said Seamus. Kai Havertz was boiling, said Liverpool, you'll never walk alone. Yeah, he was pretty damn good, to be fair. I mean, he went off there just right at the end, substituted, but bagged himself a couple of goals, and defo enhanced his reputation for sure. Bit late tonight, said you. That's you, mate, not me. I'm on time. I was here 9:15 like I was supposed to. What else have we got? What have we got? Cameron said, any Anfield agenda merch coming? I can see myself drinking my tea in that mug. Oh, the mug, yeah, the mug that Connor put on the table. I don't know. Maybe something worth asking Connor about. I mean, we've received a few emails over the last few months about merch, and I've mentioned it once or twice, but we'd never really given a full consideration. But yeah, why not? I'm sure I'll have a word with Connor and we can see about merch. I mean, he's live in the chat now, so my mug could be a good first piece of merch. Yeah, why not? Thank you for the suggestion, but we've always been a little bit weary about putting out merch because we don't want to ram stuff down people's throats and say, hey, come buy our shit. But, you know, a couple of people have said it to us, and give us a thumbs up if you want us to consider the merch stuff. Give us a thumbs up in the chat if you think it's something that you'd like us to do. Connor will probably have a design in mind. He always does for stuff like this down the line. So again, yeah, let us know. Give us a thumbs up if merch is something that you'd want us to have a look at. And as I said, we will of course look after our members when it comes to merch. So whether you're a regular member of Anfield Agenda FC or an Anfield Agenda Ultra, we do appreciate your love and support, ladies and gents. Thumbs up. I'm liking it. I'm liking it, Connor. What do you think, mate? Should we do it? Should we pull the trigger and get cracking? Nice. I like it. Well in, people. Yeah, so give me your thoughts on the Premier League getting back to training anyway, which is some great news. And I'm always happy to have some good news because there hasn't been a whole lot of it lately. So I'm just trying to scroll down. There we go. Welcome. A few more viewers on Hot Mic as well. The numbers are going up. Beautiful to have you guys with us. Thank you so much. If we do merch, we want it to be top-notch stuff, Connor said. And I agree. We don't want to sell any cheap tat. That's something that you guys know me at this point. I'm a devil for details, and Connor is even worse. So if and when we do sell any merch, you can be assured it'll be top quality stuff, or we won't fucking put our name to it. It's as simple as that. John said, if United get Sancho and a few more top signings, do I see them as a threat next season? It's difficult. I mean, there's no denying if United were to go out and get Sancho, they've already got Bruno Fernandes, the defence is stabilising a little bit. I think it might be just a step too far, John, for them to be title challengers next season. But they would definitely be on the right road, and I would almost have them nailed on for top four, mate. And they have a great chance of getting to top four this season. I just think it takes a bit of time for a squad to come into its own, if you get me. So even with the signings, you'd still expect them need time to settle in and stuff. Well, hello there, said how did Rashika do in the game? I'm not going to lie to you, mate. I didn't really pay much attention to it. I had it on in the background, so I can't give you an honest answer. Casper Hansen said, Jan Molby said we should sign Kai Havertz. I'm fully on board with Team Jan Molby. And that one, I've said this to you guys for ages. There are two positions I'd like us to strengthen. A forward and an attacking mid, maybe another wide forward. So for me, I've been always open and honest and said Timo Werner and one of either Kai Havertz or Houssem Aouar. They're the two that I want. So yes, that'll do nicely. Hit the like button, everybody. Said Liverpool, they never walk alone. And again, over on Hot Mic, I just want to refresh the chat there 1 second because I know I'm a little bit behind. Mikhail, how are you? Very early in Australia, 6:30 a.m. And Red for Life said, happy to hear the training is going to resume tomorrow again. It is good news, mate, and we haven't had much of it. Sean said Rashika was awful. There you go. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it, genuinely, because Rashika is somebody who had been linked to Liverpool. Joanne said the follower count on Hot Mic right now is 1,831. Be lovely to finish this stream at 1,850 followers, ladies and gents. So if you do want to give us a follow on there, please do look in the description below because there is a link to it, or you could just go straight to Hot Mic on the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. And when you open it up, it asks you, do you have a welcome code or a referral code or something along those lines? The code is Anfield. It's just all capital letters, all one word, Anfield. Simple as that. And then give us a follow. Boom. The reason we want people to start using Hot Mic more is because of the beauty of it when it comes to watch-alongs. It's going to be class. Those that have used it, especially for watch-alongs, really like it. So there you go. What have we got? John said that Anfield Agenda badge would be great on my Liverpool coat. Cool. Don't know about badges. I genuinely have never really thought about merch too much. It's not something I've really given much thought to, but with people saying it about the mug, and maybe we'll have a little look at it a little bit down the line. Right, what else have we got? So, oh yeah, can I just, one thing, just a little shout out to all newspapers out there, anyone that's watching. Could we please stop putting bullshit links with Liverpool to Koulibaly? Because it is 100% not happening, and it's nothing but clickbait. And look, we're all guilty of a little bit of clickbait every now and again. We all need clicks. We all want people to come in and watch or read or do, come and pay attention to our content. But I don't like Liverpool fans getting led on. And there are some people who genuinely believe that Liverpool might go out there and sign Koulibaly. It ain't going to happen. I mean, is he a class player? Of course he is. But we ain't going to go out there and drop 70 million quid on a centre-back that we don't really need when there are much, I won't say better, but there are alternative options if Dejan Lovren, say, were to move on. Ben White, the guy who's on loan from Leeds at the minute, or he's on loan from Brighton at Leeds. He's a good up-and-coming centre-back. We've got young Kiana Hoover and Seb Vandenberg at the club. So I just don't want people buying into it and believing it, because it just is not going to happen. I can promise you. Don't believe anything you hear about it. It isn't going to happen. They can just talk about it all they want. It is not going to happen. Genie said, check Sky Sports News. I'm way ahead of you, pal. Love that you're giving me the heads up, but I'm way ahead of you because Connor let me know about this earlier on. I do have a photograph to read out here that is from Sky Sports News. Now this is brilliant news, so I'm going to read this out. So fair play to Sky for putting this up. Going to read this from my phone, and it is available on the Sky Sports website if anybody wants to go and have a look for themselves. So the Premier League to support Liverpool trophy presentation if safe to do so. The Premier League chief executive said, you want to give those players and the whole staff the moment they worked so hard for. If that's what happens, yes, we will try to do it. Brilliant. That is absolutely class. Lovely to hear. Of course, like Mr. Master said, it would have to be safe to do so, and they do deserve it. Those players, the gaffer, they deserve that moment. How it works, I do not know. That's something that we'll have to figure out. And as I said, all of this is like moving chess pieces, and it changes on a daily basis. But it is great to hear that from the Premier League chief executive, because those players defo deserve the right to celebrate in a safe environment with Liverpool fans for the first league title in 30 years. It's going to be class. I cannot wait for us to do it. I cannot wait for the Premier League to be back. We're probably talking 4 to 5 weeks, I would suggest, before we see the Premier League back in action. And again, a lot of things will happen. Some players probably will. I've read a few articles about this. There probably will be a couple of players that get a positive test along the way. But that won't destabilise things, because they will go through the same precautions as everybody else. And I got to be careful with what I say here because I'm not qualified to talk about this. I'm not a doctor, but this is why I want to get Miguel on from The Independent to have a chat, Miguel Delaney, because he will be able to go into far more detail than I can about this. But it's great news. I'm really looking forward to it. A social distance celebration. Somebody said this to me actually. I put up a tweet to say, who do you reckon is going to be the first scorer for the Reds when we come back to action? And obviously got loads of answers about Mo, about Sadio, Van Dijk header, Trent free kick. Loads of great answers, Hendo. But somebody put an answer in that kind of Seamus's post there kind of made me think about it. Somebody said it's going to be Bobby Firmino and he's going to have a social distance celebration already ready to go. And I just thought to myself, you know what? You know Bobby's at home. You know Bobby Firmino is at home right now working on a couple of celebrations just for exactly that. What else we got? Hope they learn something from the Germans, said Alan Mitch. No doubt they will. This is it. We will all be. The whole of Europe. All the football authorities in Europe will be looking at what's going on in the Bundesliga right now. And we'll be paying close attention without a shadow of a doubt, my friends. Now, ladies and gentlemen, although I do have, of course, an agenda and stuff to get through tonight, any questions or anything that you guys have, this is your show. We are a community after all. So please do feel free to post in the chat, either on Hot Mic or on YouTube. Again, if you want to join up and become a member, hit that join button. Membership's just 99p a month. Those members you'll see will have an Anfield Agenda badge beside their name, and they have use of all the cool emojis that Mr. Connor Crosby designed as well. There is a load of them there. I'm not going to start going through them individually. And to me, your name will appear in green on my chat, which makes it easier for me to spot your comments and more likely for you to get them read out as well. So if you do want to sign up, membership's just 99p a month. Again, super chats are open, super stickers are open, tipping is open on Hot Mic as well. But welcome to each and every one of you. And again, anything that you want to talk about, whack it in the chat because this is your show, my friends. Any idea when the new jersey's going on sale, said Vinny. It won't be until the season ends, mate. And here's why. Nike, to their eternal credit, and Liverpool want to give New Balance the chance to see out the season. And of course, they want to sell as many of the shirts as they can. They will be probably title-winning shirts, mate, as the season goes on. So, I think it's massive credit to Nike that they're doing that. They're allowing New Balance. Like, they could have technically, I suppose, challenged it. Because I believe the contract at New Balance said that it runs out at the end of May or the end of June. I can't remember which date it was. But, yeah, eternal credit to Nike for that one. So I think we'll have to wait a little bit. But we all know, we've seen the images at this point. They look quite sharp. I really like the home shirt. It looks even sexier with the Club World Cup badge on it as well. I've seen a few images floating around. I'm excited. I'm excited about Nike, the new shirts, next season, finishing this season, football coming back. Yeah, I mean, from a purely, I suppose, point of view of COVID-19, the numbers here in Ireland are positive at the minute. Any death, one death is one death too many, but the numbers in Ireland are starting to look a bit better, and things from today had, you know, like in the UK, started to introduce easing of certain things and more shops can open. And I don't know, it's starting to feel like maybe, ladies and gentlemen, maybe we're starting to get back to some form of normality, and football plays a huge part in this, doesn't it? Having sport, not just football, sport being back, even behind closed doors. I know it's not the same. I know we'd all love to be inside the stadiums or at the horse race or going to a boxing event or whatever it might be, but it's just getting sport back. It just makes it feel like we're getting back to some form of normality. Fair play to Nike. I'm looking forward to seeing New Balance. I'm looking forward to seeing them. A great pair of Nike runners. New Balance ones not great. I've got a pair of the New Balance ones. And I love them. I've got the purple and orange ones that match last season's purple and orange third shirt, and I gotta say I love them. Was it the third shirt last season or the away shirt? I think it was the third shirt. I can't remember which one it was. Anyway, I've got the New Balance trainers and I love them. They're still in the box though. I don't want to wear them. I'm weird like that. I keep certain things up. Like this season, when we win the Premier League, I've already said that I'm going to order a mini Premier League trophy replica like 60, except the Premier League trophy one. And I've got the blackout home shirt for this season. And I'm going to put it in a frame, the trophy in the middle, and I'm going to have the blackout home shirt to one side, the normal home shirt to the other side, and I'm going to put an array of celebratory pictures around it as well, because I've got a frame guy. I do have a frame guy. People think I say it's weird when I say I've got a frame guy, but I do have a frame guy, because in a previous lifetime I did do some stuff with memorabilia. But anyway, right, I'm loving lockdown. My JC got cancelled. Junior cert, said Jamie. Cool. I mean, how do I put this, Jamie? I'm glad that you're happy. And I mean that sincerely, Jamie, mate. And I hope that you, your family, and everybody, that all your loved ones are safe and secure, my friend. And great to have you with us in the chat. That sounds class. Said Red for Life over on Hot Mic. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, I can't wait to get look, I can't wait for us to win the fucking league, but I can't wait to also celebrate by treating myself to something nice with the frame and all that. But look, there's loads for us to get through. Let me just scroll down through my chat here a little bit. So, Scotty, and I want to address Scotty on this one because he did contact me in the Anfield Agenda Discord group to ask me to talk about this and what my opinion on this was, and I promised them that I would. And Scotty, my friend, you know that I am as good as my word is as good as I say it will be. So I told you I would talk about it. The Scottish Premier League has been abandoned, and Celtic have been crowned as champions once again. I think it's 9 times in a row, if my memory serves me correct, although I don't pay that much attention to Scottish football. Rangers have finished in second place and Hearts have been relegated. So I know there are some Celtic fans, some Rangers fans and some Scottish football fans in the chat. I've always said that I'm not a fan of Scottish football. It's not something I pay much attention to, although I did see something interesting today. Some luxury sportswear brand have signed or agreed a £25 million deal, I believe, to either become Rangers kit manufacturers or to sponsor Rangers shirts. I didn't quite get the exact detail on that, and no doubt somebody in the chat will know exactly what it is, but interesting. I mean, it's two brothers, I believe, from Liverpool that own a pretty high-end, I think, sports brand that are going to go and sponsor or make Rangers shirts. I'm not sure which one it is. And no doubt Stevie G will be delighted about that one as well. Hopefully a few more quid for him in the transfer market. Hearts threatening legal action, said Jamie. Dave said, yes, Craig, it is 9 times. That 9 times in a row. I know Rangers had their issues and went down through the divisions and that, but 9 times in a row, that is nuts, to be fair. Celtic miss out on another treble, sadly, said Elijah John 5. There is that. As I said, I'm not fully up to date on Scottish football, but I promised Scotty that I'd talk about it for a minute or two, and as I said, if I say I'll do something, I try my best to do it. So Scotty, there you are in the chat, mate, and this was for you. Easy Scotty 99. He asked me to raise it and I promised you I would, my friend. Thoughts on Zanilo from Roma? What's the news? Somebody said this to me yesterday, and if anyone on Hot Mic has any clue on this, let me know as well. And if I could ask you ladies and gents on Hot Mic to do me one favour, as always, you probably know what it's going to be. Hit that share button and let the world know that Anfield Agenda and Hot Mic are live. If you could do that for me, that would help us out massively as well. So the Zaniolo thing, that's the wonder kid from Roma. I haven't personally seen any links to him to Liverpool. I think I'd seen links with him to United, but everybody and their granny has been linked with Manchester United, to be fair, over the last few weeks. So maybe I've missed something obvious or something genuine, but for me, I'm focusing on Timo Werner, and I cannot see Liverpool. If we don't sign Werner, I can't see us joining anybody. I genuinely can't. Subi said he just joined Discord. Welcome. Lovely to have you in there with us, Subi. Discord, of course, is available to all the Anfield Agenda members, so if anybody is a member and hasn't yet joined Discord, feel free to do so. We'd love to have you in there with us. Al Mitch said Rangers and Celtic are in the all-time top 10 trophies. One, not an English team in the top 10. But mate, to be fair, it's a 2-team league really, isn't it? I mean, Aberdeen did have success many moons ago, but it's easier for them to rack up the old trophies. But I don't want to undermine any Celtic or Rangers fans out there. I mean, I'm a Liverpool fan. That's all I really give a shit about. I'm very black looking today, as you can see from my shirt. This is the blackout version of the 2005 Istanbul shirt that one of our members of our Discord group, and forgive me, I cannot remember who it was that gave me a heads up on it, but it arrived the other day and I absolutely love it because I love blackout shirts. Craig, the shirt is completely castor. I don't know what that means. Rabadan, thank you for the super chat, mate. Said, hope Solskjaer by many terrible Norwegian players. I did, as you know, Rabadan, because I asked the other day when we had Jan Agafjortoft on for an interview. Name drop. We did ask him on his thoughts on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as well, because you kindly asked me to ask him. And again, I try and do what you guys ask. Right, over to Hot Mic now for some comments, because I don't want to be ignoring you wonderful people as well. Mikhail said Australia had 9 cases today and nobody passed away, which is, again, you're always thankful for little mercies like that. What have we got? One of the safest countries in the globe. I'm glad to hear it, and I hope it continues that way. What else have we got? No money for Rangers up to sell, said Red for Life. Hello, Craig, said Andrew. On Hot Mic, hello to you, Andrew. Lovely to have you with us, mate. If we don't make any signings, I'll be disgusted, said Dave C. And I'm with you. And I'm with Rabadan as well. I hope anyone that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does sign is shy. And I don't think that they'll be getting Haaland either. I don't think he'll be going anywhere anytime soon. Why would he? He's doing really well at Dortmund. He's so young that he's got time on his side. And another year or two there will do him no harm whatsoever. Jake Simister said, shouldn't we have money to spend? We won the Champions League, didn't spend anything really this year, about to win the Premier League. Surely we have 50 million for Werner. FSG will go 2 years with no spend. Now, I agree with most, if not all of what you said there, Jake. I would be a little bit, I won't say disgusted, but I'd be a little bit pissed off, mate, if we didn't go and sign Werner. Now, although we have earned all the money that you're talking about, and we've earned a shitload of money from winning the Champions League, from television revenue, from all that stuff, new sponsorship, there's no denying that whatsoever. But the club are trying to be prudent, and the club and all clubs are trying to be careful because they don't know what the future holds. Right now, Liverpool don't know, for instance, if we're going to have to play the entirety of next season behind closed doors. And if that was the case, I think the club stand to lose somewhere between 85 to 100 million quid. So I think they're just being clever and sitting back and waiting to see what the financial situation looks like in the football industry before going ahead and committing what, sounds like a reasonable amount of money for somebody of Timo Werner's quality. And it is. But I'm like you, I would be a little bit disappointed if we couldn't find that money to go and get a player of that quality for somewhere ranging from 60 million euros to 50 million euros. I think there's various differences in his bio clause depending on where Leipzig finish, I think, if my memory is correct. So yeah, I'm with you on that one, mate. I mean, I would be disappointed. We had our quiet summer last summer, and you can understand why. It's very difficult to strengthen a very good team, but I know it would be tough, wouldn't it, man? It would be tough, especially because you're going to go out and sign players. If the Newcastle takeover goes through, they're going to go out and sign players. There's no surer thing that Manchester City will be putting their hand in their pockets and going out and buying players as well. So yeah, I agree. We should be, and we might lose Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah to the African Cup of Nations. Now, I'm not somebody that thinks you should sign a player just to cover a 4 to 6 week period, but if anything, it just kind of reiterates that we should go out and sign somebody, and that's just another good reason. It's not a reason good enough on its own, but again, it's another good reason. What have we got? Tim Mahoney, thank you very much for the super chat, my friend. Said, keep up the brilliant crack. Really appreciate it. Thank you for the kind words, mate. Glad you're enjoying the streams. Bernard Setup said, nice setup, very professional. Over on Hot Mic, thank you, Bernard. Really glad that you like it. It is, of course, down to Mr. Crosby, because I'm not somebody that's clever or what's the phrase I'm looking for? Creative enough to do anything like this. I just turn on the microphone and talk shite. Connor does all the hard work. So any of the stuff that you see, the images, it's all down to Connor, which is why, he's the brains of the operation and I'm just the mouthpiece, really. This summer's going to be an interesting one to see, said Andrew, how the transfer market will be. It will. And as I said, Liverpool are just sitting back now, I think, and waiting to see how the landscape is before committing any money. Nobody knows yet how next season will be. If it'll be played behind closed doors, if it won't, we're going to have to wait and see. And I think Liverpool are being prudent in what they're doing. And we don't want the club to spend money that we haven't got. But at the same time, we are a well-run club that probably should be able to go out there and spend 50 million quid on one player. In my humble opinion. But again, I ain't a football finance expert, so there you go. there are other people out there that'll claim to be that, you know, still don't know anything, but, you know, the social media in the world is full of spoofers anyway, so it's just trying to pick out the good ones, really, isn't it? Craig, all Premier League clubs might have to give money back that they got for TV rights. I thought, Willow, is that if the season was to come to an end? From what I've read so far, the television companies are actually, from what I've read, the TV companies like BT, Sky, whoever, are actually being really good, from what I read, and being really supportive of the Premier League and trying to find innovative ways of maybe getting a little bit of extra content for them and stuff like that. It is believed that the remaining, is it 92 games that is left to go, will all be televised in a festival of football. I love using the phrase festival of football because it'd be great. It's something we'd all love to see. Teams probably going to end up playing every 3 to 4 days and just try and get through the season and get it finished and give the players a bit of a break before we kick on into next season. So yeah, hopefully that's the case, that we get that festival of football, because it would be wonderful, wouldn't it? It would really give everybody a shot in the arm, a bit of a boost, if we could finish off the season like that. A couple of people were saying to me that it's muted or believed that the first game that will be shown live will be Spurs against United, which be a good game to kick it back off with. What have we got? Mike said, I think we'll get Atletico in the GS next season. Oh, the group stage of the Champions League. Sorry, I was trying to figure that one out. Yeah, I mean, I love a bit of revenge, mate, so why not? Dave Smith said, I heard we're back training tomorrow. Have you heard anything? I was just saying at the start of the stream, Dave, earlier on, Premier League clubs have voted unanimously in favour of letting clubs return to small groups of training from tomorrow, Dave. Step 1 enables squads to train while maintaining social distancing, and contact training is not yet permitted in the Premier League. So I think we probably will be back, mate, yes. Right, what have we got? Get Timo Werner, he'd fit perfectly at Anfield, said Red for life over on Hot Mic. You're not going to get any arguments from me, mate. Definitely not. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if I can ask you for a favour, if you want to help out the channel and you don't want to have to put your hand in your pocket, please do look in the stream notes or the stream description. Click on the link to download the Hot Mic app and put in the code Anfield as your welcome code. Hot Mic is basically a platform that allows us YouTubers or us broadcasters to do match commentary and stuff in sync with games, which is brilliant. We also do all of our streams on both platforms, so why not go over, give it a try. And some of your favourite broadcasters are on there. The Anfield Rap are on there. Who else is on there? Claude and the Bances are on there. Lee Gunner's on there. Somebody who I can't say just yet, even though he's technically already on the platform but hasn't announced it, is going to be on there soon as well. It's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and you're going to be hearing more and more about Hot Mic. So check out the Hot Mic app on the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store and use the code Anfield with all capital letters. Really important to do that when you sign up, because that's what gets us that little bit of a wedge, shall we say, a little bit of a little sweetener from the folks at Hot Mic. We all have our own little code. So again, if you could do that for me, ladies and gentlemen, that would really help us out. Zyfe, our Manchester United supporting friend, how are you, buddy? Said, so is the Premier League returning. Project Restart has got the first little nod. That's all I can say, mate. They're working towards it, yes. Things go to plan, it will be returning by the looks of it. Again, you're going to have to kind of just play it by ear a little bit and wait to see. But yeah, it's looking good, mate. It's looking good at this moment in time. Matt Damon will be on there next. On where? Matt Damon's in Ireland, by the way, in case you guys didn't know that. He was over here filming, and the filming obviously got cancelled, and he is in Dalkey or Killiney, somewhere around that neck of the woods. And he's been class. I mean, he's been popping up in the Irish news loads. He's been, making some nice videos. He's been calling into radio stations. I mean, can we swap Bono for Matt Damon? Can we do that? Because I'll be all over that. I mean, Matt Damon, what a fella. What a fella. Leo Varadkar and all will be doing the speeches on Hot Mic eventually, said Connor. Exactly. Hot Mic. It's the future. Like garlic bread, as Peter Kay would say in his routine. Garlic bread. Garlic bread. It's the future. I've seen it. I think Matt Damon's heading home soon. We're not allowing him to, mate. No, we're closing the borders just to keep Matt Damon here because we love him so much, and rightly so. Right, so did we get an answer on this, by the way? I want to know who you guys think will be the Reds' first goal scorer when we get back to playing. So let me know in the chat. And if you remember, and it's one of the emojis, Why not use the emoji to give us an answer to that one? Because you have the Mo emoji, you have the Van Dijk emoji. So if you think they'll be the first goal scorers, then hey, use that emoji. Is Batman on hot mic yet, Chris? I think he is, mate, but I don't think he goes under his real name, Chris, for obvious reasons. Still, I mean, he's on hot mic, but not under his real name. You can understand that, surely. You'd have Colin Farrell on too. His qualities had Rob Shepherd. Yeah, I love Colin Farrell. Proper Irish man. Love him. Right, Yasser said Mane for his goal scorer. Swap Bono, that's a good idea, said Red for Life over on hot mic. Wijnaldum to be first, said well hello there. Joanne's gone for Mo Salah. Jamie's gone for Genie Wijnaldum. Dave Sweeney's gone for there's something that the cop wants you to know. He's the best in the world, he's Bobby Firmino. Our number 9. Craig fucking it up and he'll score every time. Si, senor. It's been a while since I sang and I fucked up the lyrics. Yeah, that's definitely going in the gaffs or the outtakes. Connor, I can already hear the clicks on Connor's keyboard as he's chopping that up now just to have me butchering the Bobby Firmino song. I've sang it probably 100 times and I fucking butchered it. But there you go. That's the beauty of live stuff, isn't it? What have we got? We're playing against Everton, so I'm going for Origi. Makes sense, mate. Good show. Got to be a bit of Divock, hasn't it? Little arm. He's only got little arms, mate. Divock, bung off the crossbar. Divock scores. Kloppo's on the pitch. Alisson's getting a hug. Oh, what a moment that was. What a moment. You hate the Bobby song, Dave? Nah. I like the really cheesy, kind of samba-y, dancey version of the Bobby Firmino song. I'm sure you've all heard it. It's class. How confident am I regarding getting Werner, said Benjamin Terrell. Way to bring a downer on it, Benjamin. I'm only joking, buddy. How confident am I? I'm as confident as I can be that if we're going to sign somebody, it will be Werner. That's about as confident as I can say, mate. Yeah, I wish I could. If we're going to sign somebody, I think it will be Werner. That's about the most confident I can be. Any predictions for United's first goal scorer? Let me see. So you're going to be playing Spurs. A penalty. Marcus Rashford penalty. Or does Fernandes now take your penalties? It'll be a penalty. You've got loads of them this season. I mean, we will call it penalty pool, but United have had loads. Now, to be fair, I say United have had loads of penos. I've yet to see one that I really argued with, to be fair. They were all... most of them blatant penalties, to be fair. So I'm not saying that you've got any penalties you shouldn't have gotten. Right, what else we got? Harry Kane to score first in that game, said Red for Life. I love it. A little bit of a dig towards United. Boom, why not? Maguire own goal, said Yasser. Love it. Right, let me just scroll through the notes here and just get down to the other stuff that I have, because I've got loads of stuff to get through, ladies and gentlemen, as I promised. So strap yourselves in. We still have a good 35 minutes or so on tonight's stream, so sit back, relax and enjoy. You scroll down the list of followers and you see it said at Origi. Who's that? I'm not saying anything. Origi to score a 90 plus 5 minute goal and gives a 2-1 win against Everton, said Joe. Go on, sing the VVD songs at JFL. Nah, I think I've murdered people enough with my horrendous singing, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, by the way, if you are enjoying the stream, please do hit that subscribe button on YouTube and give us a thumbs up as well. And again, you've heard me bang on about Hot Mic. You know what to do at this point. Joanne is our in-house Hot Mic checker-upperer, which is a name that I've just made up completely, of course. So Joanne always keeps us up to date so I can keep an eye on if we are getting any extra L followers on Hot Mic, because it really can help save the channel and push us on, ladies and gents, without you guys having to put your hand in the L pocket. What have we got? Blessing, said DeAndre. Blessings right back to you, mate, and love to you and the family. Slabhead will score an own goal, said Liverpool, you'll never walk alone. UEFA are planning to restart the Champions League and the Europa League, said Zeif. And yes, I think they wanted to have it finished by August, Zeif, if my memory serves me correct, mate. And yeah, look, it's easy for us as Liverpool fans to actually just forget about those competitions because we've been knocked out of the Champions League, but there are still English clubs involved in Europe, and of course if United were to go on, for instance, and win the Europa League and not get in the Champions League place in the league, then that would give them a route into the Champions League. So yeah, they are hoping to get it finished. Joanne said we're still at 1,831 followers on Hot Mic. Boo! 19. That's all we need, ladies and gents. 19 of you guys to download the app, put in the code Anfield, and then Heronomics shall be bestowed upon each and every one of you. Callum said 101 likes on the stream. Much love, folks. Thank you. Right, again, something I wanted to read out. So, Klopp was speaking. You're probably wondering about the title of tonight's stream. And you're probably going on about, what is this lad on about? Well, Jurgen Klopp has been speaking at the DFB Academy. And the gaffer addressed many issues around football coming back. Now, strap yourselves in for a minute, because you're going to be reading here for a second. Jurgen Klopp said, there was talk that people wanted to declare the season null and void. So you thought, huh? Having played 76% of the season, and you just want to delete the thing? That would have been something that I personally would find unfair to say that it just didn't happen. We are in the first, we are first in the home table. We are first in the away table. It's a season in which we should become champions. Dealing with the crisis is the most important thing, but that doesn't mean that certain things are of no importance at all because they are less important. I think there are worse things in life than not becoming champions. A lot of people around us are having big problems. People die, it always happens, but at the moment, because of a virus we all didn't know about, for which nobody could be prepared. We cannot prepare for everything, but also we have to react often. That's the biggest part of my life, reacting to things that I didn't expect. People say, how can you think about football in moments when people are dying out there? Nobody does that. But like every other branch of business, we have to prepare for the time afterwards because it will come, of course. When it comes to football, that means we have to start training at some point, and to make sure everyone is safe, unique measures are taken. As they were made in Germany, they're now being taken in England. The training centres at the English professional clubs will be the safest. There are no places to be infected at all. And that's coming from the gaffer. As I said, he was speaking at the DFB Academy, and there's a couple of things to go through there. Firstly, I absolutely love that he was so damn precise that he said we've played 76% of the season. That is the most beautifully German thing ever from our gaffer, and I love the preciseness of it. No, around 75%. No, fuck that. We've played 76% of the season and people want to delete the thing. Exactly. Fuck them. Fuck all the null and voiders, each and every one of them. And I'm with Klopp on this one, although, of course, he didn't come across and say it that way. I'm adding my own little Craig twist to this. Boy is in the house. How are we, ladies and gents? And how are we, Anthony? Lovely to see you in. Anthony and Sophie is going to be coming on Friday to have a chat again about all things Premier League. So, again, looking forward to that. Boya said, I'm worried that we're coming back too quickly, but football needs to return eventually and the season needs a conclusion. And I understand. I absolutely understand where you're coming from, Anthony. But like I've just read out in that statement there, this isn't something that's just been done willy-nilly. Football is doing this, obviously, with looking at the Bundesliga and what's going on there, and they're learning everything that they can. And as Kloppo said, the last line there, the last couple of lines, the training centres of the English professional clubs will be the safest. There are no places to be infected at all. So he is saying there that all English top-level clubs will be doing their utmost. Training centres will be absolutely spotless. Everything will be adhered to, all social distancing, clubs' medical staff. And I think each club as well had to put in place, I think, an officer or something like that in relation to this that can't be an existing member of their medical team. So there's so much that like us mere mortals don't know about. But which is one of the reasons why I want to get somebody like Miguel Delaney, the Independent, on to have a chat and can explain this in far more detail than I. Right, in Klopp we trust, that Joanne Fisher, absolutely. Hello Craig, and how are you? Said hi Anne. I'm not doing too badly, I should say, mate. Thank you. Everybody in my family is healthy and safe, and at this moment in time, buddy, that is about as good as any of us can hope for. So yeah, I'm okay, and I hope things are good for you and your loved ones as well. Elijah John 5 said that Champions League needs to be finished too. True football fans want fair play. Exactly, and I agree with that sentiment 100%. Elijah John 5. It's easy. A lot of people were thinking Liverpool fans just want Liverpool to win the Premier League and that's it. No, I've always said all along that any fan I've spoken to, yes, we won't deny we want us to win the league. Of course we do. But football's integrity needs to be maintained. And whether that be the Champions League places, the European places, the relegation places, the promotion places, whatever it might be, the Champions League, the Europa League, as those competitions need to finish, the FA Cup, I don't know what's going to happen there, but yeah, integrity needs to be maintained, mate, and that goes right down through. So I agree exactly with Elijah John 5 and his sentiment there. Love Kloppo said LFC fan 96. Life is slowly getting back to normal. Good time, said Kate Hannah. Love it, Kate. Yeah, it is slowly, bit by bit. It is still weird to think, though, that we're watching Bundesliga games now, and that's great. Having football back is cool. But that we're still perhaps going to be 4 or 5 weeks away from the Premier League getting back in action. It's weird. But look, at least we've got some sport. The UFC have been back. I think in Ireland anyway, horse racing is coming back behind closed doors. Bundesliga is back. Other European leagues are looking to get back. I know the Dutch league and the French league have finished already, and the Belgian league as well. What have we got? I've sent you a link in Discord about Havertz, said Callum. Okay, let me see if I can have a look, mate. 1 second. Again, all of our members are able to access the Anfield Agenda Discord group. So if you are already a member of the channel and you haven't taken up the option, please do. We'd love to welcome you to the Discord group. It's part of your membership, so why not? Trying to find it here. Scrolling through. Oh, you've sent it to me in a private message, mate, have you? Yes, sorry. There you go. Right, let me click on the link. This is what I love about doing live stuff. We can do this, like, someone sends me a message, Callum sends me a message, and bang, I can give it a read. Right, what have we got? I'm just scrolling through. Right, so I'm just trying to get the gist of the article so I can share it with you guys. He's on the way to become a world-class player. He's huge potential, he told Goal and Spox. Another year in Leverkusen would certainly not hurt him for his personal development as a player. And as a person, it would be good for him in an environment in which he feels comfortable. And that's the case in Leverkusen. Otherwise, he would not have already spent 10 years at the club. To fulfill his potential, the next step is very, very important. He has to ask himself questions. Are there clubs that he can develop? Is there a possible change? Are there only clubs where he has to arrive and focus on a finished player? On one hand, you have coaches like Jurgen Klopp, Pep Guardiola or Jose Mourinho who can take him further. On the other hand, such a coach has to have worked for a club where he's allowed to develop. He could develop at Bayern Munich, but he'd have to have a chance to play first and foremost. That works better for some clubs than for others. For a young player at Borussia Dortmund, maybe better than a young player at Bayern Munich. The hype has arisen because Kai Havertz brushes him off. Character and the environment are not so perceptive. I'm not really seeing that in there in relation to Liverpool, buddy. But I mean, I've always said I'd love to have Kai Havertz at the club. I just don't see. You're probably talking, I think, €100 million, something along those lines, to go and get Kai Havertz, which is about what, 80 million quid. Whereas I believe you could go and get somebody like Houssem Aouar for probably half of that. And although Havertz is a very good player, Aouar is also a very good player. So, I mean, if we're looking to be a bit more prudent, and I know Jurgen Klopp has, you know, a very specific list of players that he'd be looking at or want to bring to the club. Terry, how are you, buddy? Terry from Claude the Bances is in the chat, and I wanted to have a chat with you actually, Terry, about doing a bit of a co-broadcast, a bit of a you and me doing a commentary. Do you Terry have BT in your gaff, mate? And by BT I mean on your TV. I don't mean as a streamer ratting, because if you do, I'd love to have a chat with you about doing a broadcast of a game together where we both commentate at the same time, which would be really cool. But anyway, regardless, make sure that you guys go over and check out Claude and the Bances on Hot Mic. Give them a follow as well. Instagram, Twitter, and all their other accounts. They're really nice. You know Claude from AFTV, but I've had the pleasure to get to know Claude, Terry, Diesel and the gang over the past few weeks and really enjoyed chatting with them. Right, what else is there? So, Barcelona and Spain legend Xavi, who has been widely tipped to become the next Barcelona manager, has said that he doesn't think Sadio Mane is the right fit for Barcelona's style. Well, firstly, great. Secondly, you weren't fucking getting him anyway. But yeah, he went on to say that basically Sadio Mane is excellent, and the gist of it was that in open areas he can kill you with his pace, like he can destroy you. But Barcelona need players who can work in small, tight and closed spaces. And look, I'm all for it. I mean, you're not getting him one way or the other, but you might as well come out and say that you don't think he's the right fit for Barcelona, because that absolutely works for all of us, Xavi. That'll do. He probably will go on to be Barcelona's manager. You know, it's widely touted, but yeah, great. 1,833 followers on Hot Mic, said Liam. Thank you to those two people that went over and gave us a follow. We're just 17 short of 1,850. So again, all of your love and support really does make a difference to us. Kate literally just asked how Hot Mic is doing. We've just had 2 new followers. 17 short of 1,850. And don't forget, when we hit 2,000 followers on Hot Mic, we've promised to give away a £50 Amazon gift card, much like we did when we hit 1,000 followers. And when we hit 40,000 subscribers on YouTube, we're going to do the same. No, it isn't him, mate. It definitely isn't that same person. This is Terry from Claude Nabansters. Ryan, hey Craig, we're doing a lot better with 4 deaths today in Ireland. Yeah, we are, mate, you're right. Like, I mean, 1 is 1 too many, but, you know, where we are, we're definitely going in the right direction, Ryan. Love to Diet Coke and Kiehl's crisps in the background. Hope everyone is doing okay and your family are. Thank you, mate, and we're good, and I hope yours are as well. As always, though, I give full credit for the Coke and the Kiehl's to Connor. He's the creative one of this working relationship. Any news on Wijnaldum? Nope, nothing that I've read anyway, Casper, in regards to Gini Wijnaldum's contract. Obviously, we all hope that he signs a contract extension. I know that Brian Morrissey fully believes that he's going to head off. And Brian's been saying that for a while, that he thinks Gini won't sign that new deal and will go. I hope he doesn't. I hope that we can sign him to a new deal, because the way I kind of look at this is, what would it cost to bring in and replace Gini Wijnaldum? Do you know what I mean? So for me, I'd love to see him tied down to a new deal. He is somebody who's so versatile that Klopp can play him in a number of positions, and it's one of the things I know Kloppo loves about him, and one of the things we as fans love about him. Brian said 100% agree with Xavi about Mane, suits Real Madrid much more. Yeah, they can go fuck themselves as well, Brian, because he ain't going there either. You're going to be streaming all Bundesliga fixtures until the Premier League is back. I won't say all of them, mate. No, we'll be doing a few. So next week I'm taking the entire week off, but I will probably come back just to do the Dortmund Munich game on the Tuesday, because that's going to be a belter of a game, and I'll probably break my 1 week holiday just to come back to do that game. But we'll be doing a few. And as always, we will be covering them on Hot Mic, which is why I keep saying to download the app and put in the code, because that's where the watch-alongs, I think, work the best. I mean, we get loads of viewers on YouTube on our watch-alongs, and that's class. We'll always broadcast on both platforms, but there are a few little touches for Hot Mic that I think are more user-friendly. One of the things is, like, as I said to you before, if you're on Hot Mic watching, they're getting our commentary for a game, and your mate hits you up on WhatsApp, and you decide that you want to zoom across and check the WhatsApp message, the Hot Mic screen follows you on your phone or your tablet, and it doesn't close down. You don't lose the audio and the image like you do on YouTube. So that's one plus for Hot Mic. Secondly, the big thing about Hot Mic is the sync button. So if we're doing a watch along, it allows you to sync my match commentary or whoever's commentary you want directly to your television in your time. So it's beautiful. I love it. I sound like Trump there. It's beautiful. It's the greatest thing ever. It is the most fantastic thing in the world. Of all the things in the world, it is beautiful. It's fantastic. It's incredible. Is that Trumpy enough? Who wants to be Trumpy, though? Do you know what I mean? Right, any questions, ladies and gents? Get them in the chat. I mean, I'm pretty much finished with my notes. Actually, one more thing. Sandro Tonali, who has been long linked with a move to the Reds, looks set to agree a move to Inter Milan, according to various reports in Europe. So, again, you know, another one that looks like he's gone bye-bye, but, you know, he was always likely to have a move to Italy, if you ask me. I mean, he's playing in Italy at the minute. Surely the bigger clubs in Italy would be monitoring for a while, and he probably suits the Italian league and feels comfortable. Still a young kid, so again, I wasn't surprised to see that Inter Milan maybe making a move for him. Looks like a very good footballer, by the way. Junkie Funky Smith said Curtis Jones will replace Gini and Keita more game time. I think he is the Lallana replacement in my head. Anyway, Junkie Funky Smith, I'd always imagined that when Adam Lallana's contract expires at the end of this season and he moves on, that Curtis Jones will become the natural Lallana replacement. Dave Smith said everybody hit the like button. Good looking out, Dave. Love it, mate. Hi, Craig. Can you check your hidden people on the channel, as I think you've hidden me? I don't have access to hide anybody. That's a Connor question, mate. Who is this that's asking? Let me just check, so I can give you an answer. 1 second. Why is this not going up for me? 1 second, pal. I'm trying to find out why this chat is not moving for me. Who was it that asked that question? Won't show me who the fuck it was. Whoever it was, I can't see. I can see your comment, but I can't see if you're hidden. It's not like YouTube where we just click one button, mate, and we hide you. It's a bit more complicated than that. So I don't know if you are, but put in another comment, because I can't for the life of me see that. It's Liam. Liam, thank you, mate. I don't think we can. I can't see why you would be hidden either, Liam, mate. Right, what else we got? Craig, do you think Koulibaly is most likely to end up if he leaves Napoli in the summer, or where do I think he's most likely to end up? Paris Saint-Germain would be my guess. It's just a guess, and that's literally all it is, mate. Like I said earlier on, he won't be coming to Liverpool, and I don't say that to be a negative Nelly. I say that to be honest. I genuinely don't think he'll end up at Liverpool. It's far too much money for a player that we really don't need. Paris Saint-Germain would be my guess if he was to make a move. Terry, I will chat to you soon, buddy. I'll give you a WhatsApp in the next day or two, mate, and we'll have a chat about what I was talking about earlier on. But as I said, do go and check out Claude and the Bansters. They're on Hot Mic. Give them a follow on there as well. Thoughts on the Callum Hudson-Odoi news? Yeah, I was trying to kind of stay away from that a little bit, because I don't know enough about the story. From what I believe, he was arrested, I think, wasn't he? He met up with a model or something. I think he had a row with a model that he met up with online. That's all the news I have on it. That is literally all the information to hand for me, mate. I don't know. As somebody who, had the coronavirus, I think it's bad form for him that he's even fucking out and about doing shit like that, to be fair. Now, footballers are young and naive, and they've got to be given some leeway, I suppose, because we all did stupid shit when we were younger. I know I certainly did. I've done loads of it. So I don't really want to speak on the Callum Hudson-Odoi stuff too much, because it's not my place to do so, and I don't know enough about it. So, yeah, I'll leave that to somebody else who's got more information on it than I. Again, I know a lot of people are putting comments in the chat, but I have to be careful about what I say. Do you know what I mean? So, there you go. What have we got? Is it tomorrow? Is what tomorrow, Rob? What am I missing? He just said, is it tomorrow? I don't know what are you asking me, Rob. Let me scroll back up to the chat. See if I can find your first comment. Where is Rob? Where is Rob? I don't know what the comment was, but by that, Craig means Hudson-Odoi had it, not Craig. Oh yes, definitely not Craig. No, not me. I'm healthy as anything. I'm all good. Right, so just to clear up again, I think this is what you were asking. Mark Olbridge is coming on tomorrow night. Mark Olbridge of the United Stand is coming on, and we're going to be having a chat. And then when Mark finishes after about 20-25 minutes, Connor is going to jump on straight after for a chat as well. So again, brilliant stuff tomorrow. I'm just going to check something actually on Twitter, see if I've got any replies on that. I am waiting. We're going to have expressions on probably Wednesday or Thursday for a chat as well. Definitely going to be getting them on for a chat. It's just trying to, get a time that suits us both. So probably Wednesday or Thursday for expressions. Anthony, aka LCFC Boya, and Sophie, who I think goes by, is it the hairdryer treatment on YouTube? Or is that her Twitter handle? I know Doug probably knows the answer to this, because Doug has done some stuff with her. Sophie Rico's going to be coming on for a chat as well on Friday along with Boya. And what else have we got? A chat with Miguel Delaney. I'm going to be recording the next couple of days as well. Miguel Delaney, chief football writer of the Indo. So loads of content to bring you guys. And we're probably going to finish up the week on Saturday with a watch-along of the Dortmund game. And that'll probably be the last piece of content I do before I take that week off, which I will break on Tuesday then, probably for that Dortmund Bayern game, because it's going to be a fucking belter of a game and I don't want to miss it. So yeah, loads of great stuff coming up, and I told you guys we're going to keep trying to bring you the best content that we can until football is back, in which case we will be laser focused on the Reds, and that'll be it. None of this other football nonsense. It'll be the Reds all the way. Hairdryer treatment. There you go, Ellie. Thank you. And Sophie is class. Not only is she a great YouTuber, not only is she a great FIFA player, she is a damn good football player in her own right as well, and knows the game inside out, and I'm really looking forward to having a chat with Sophie. Sophie is also, along with myself, a regular guest on the Claude and the Bansters Premier League podcast that they do on a Monday. So again, so many reasons to check it out, because she's great. I'm really looking forward to having a chat with her and Anthony. Can you put up a poll of which German teams to stream a watch-along this weekend? We do, Harvey. We do it in our Anfield Agenda Discord group for our members, mate. That's one of the things that we said. When you become a member of the channel, we want you to help shape the future of the channel. So we do put up polls in there. We ask the guys which watch-alongs you want us to do, whether you want us to do X or Y, so blah, blah, blah. Evertonian TV said, Legend Cole Scholes, what am I saying? Is there an actual question in there that we can, get to? Because I don't know what the fuck way you phrased that question, or if you're trying to troll me, mate. But either way, I have absolutely no interest in talking to you about Paul Scholes. Anything to do with Everton, in my opinion, can fuck right off, along with that channel. Not your particular one, mate, but yeah, Toffee TV can do one as well. They can go fuck themselves. Yeah. Blatantly don't like them, hate them. After what they said about me, they can kiss my ass. Do you think we'll see a bigger disparity between small and big clubs when football's back, and also some of the naturally gifted players will cope better after a long break? I'm wondering about the fitness more than anything, Oksana, after the long break. I wonder how sharp they'll be, but I suppose this is where they need training to get ready, so I don't know is the answer, but it's fitness that I'd be more concerned about. From my point of view, look, I just want us to get those 2 wins, get the 6 points that we need, and then after that I don't care. Well, I do care, because I want us to break the 100 points mark, so I'm lying by saying I don't care. I want this Liverpool team, to go down as the greatest team in Premier League history, and to me, the way they do that is by breaking the 100 points that Manchester City have set. So 101 points will do, and anything over that, brilliant. Still 1,833 followers on Hot Mic from a Hot Mic follower counter in Joanne. I had hoped a couple of you guys would download the app and give it a try for us, but look, all I can do is ask. Yeah, there you go. Who was telling the troll to fuck off? Who was? Me? Yeah. I don't know. He was telling the troll to fuck off, Craig. I don't know who was telling the troll to fuck off. Brian, you're confusing me. But either way, anything to do with Everton can do one, as far as I'm concerned. Everton lad, he didn't do anything. I don't care. Fuck him. Anything to do with Everton, I just don't want to do, mate. That channel has just, nah. Don't care. Anything to do with Everton can do one, as far as I'm concerned. Don't want that to do with it. Them, their club, their fans, they can all do one. I don't care if he was telling Everton fans, anyone to fuck off. They can all do one. Honestly, I don't give a shit. I agree. Yeah. Anyway, Everton fan gone bye-bye. So let me just go back up. He was hidden. You hit him. I'm going to go further and just kick him straight out. So let me scroll back. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, now not only has he been timed out for 300 seconds, he's been booted out. Oksana said, I want to break the 100 points more than anything. United have the treble winners, Arsenal have the Invincibles, City have the Centurions. I don't want this amazing squad to be that we just broke the 30-year curse. Yes, beautiful. I agree, Oksana. I would love us to break the 101 point mark. Yes, totally agree. What else have we got? Clip that to somebody. Right, what have we got? I like it, Craig. No likes Everett. Nah, it's not about that. It's about that channel. Yeah, there was a very, 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 very horrible, horrible piece put out by a certain Everton channel about me making fun of my appearance, amongst other things, and it was completely unnecessary and below the belt, and it is, yeah, since then I've just said, fuck them, don't care, don't want that to do with anything to do with that club in any way, shape or form, so they can do one. I don't care if it's an Everton fan coming in to be nice, I don't want that to do with any of them, they can all go to hell, as far as I'm concerned. Another great night. Thanks, Craig, for a good stream. Bless you and your family. Same to you, Willow. Lots of love. Will Mbappe come to Liverpool this year? No, he won't. Borean Savage. It's no secret that Zinedine Zidane wants him at Real Madrid, and that he wants to play for Zinedine Zidane at Real Madrid. Now, I'm sure he'd love to come to Liverpool and play under Jurgen Klopp as well, but I can't see anyway we pay him, what, 600-700 grand a week. I just can't see that happening. But again, nobody leaves Paris Saint-Germain unless Paris Saint-Germain want or agree to somebody to leave. You're not going to go against their will and fight your way out of Paris Saint-Germain. They've got enough money that they'll just say, nah, sorry. Harry, Craig, were you meant to make a video about 888 Sport? About? I don't know what you mean, Harry. I've done loads of videos with 888 Sport. I'm not due to make any more at this moment in time, no. What else is there? You're gorgeous, Craig. Don't listen to them. Nah, look, mate, it was completely below the belt. I'm all up for a bit of banter, but they got personal. Very fucking personal for no reason. Well, they say they believe they had a reason, but look, we just move on. I did make a song and dance about it at the time publicly. I have the original video still of exactly what they said. But I did make a song and dance about it at the time because I try and sort out things like that behind closed doors. But yeah, it's fair to say that an apology wasn't really forthcoming. So again, I'll repeat that they can just kiss my ass, honestly. Okay, Nathan, I don't know what you're tagging me for and saying that Everton channel, can you not take banter? Don't know what you mean, Nathan. If that's aimed at me or what, mate, maybe rephrase the question. I can absolutely take banter, mate, but there's banter and there's crossing the line. So, there you go. Right, Liam, how are you, buddy? I've been here since 10,000 followers, he said. Appreciate that, Liam. Really do. I will get Connor to look into that just to see if you are hidden, mate. So, bear with us. I will get it checked into. But I didn't do it for certain, I can tell you that much. Why was that deleted? Leave well hello there's message in. He's only having a joke. No need to delete it. It was a bit harsh there deleting that one. What have we got? Ella, how are you, my friend? Say, hey Craig, not been on much. How are you doing? I'm okay, Ella. I hope you're doing okay as well. Ella, I know you work in Dublin Airport, so I don't know if you're back at work yet or not, but lovely to have you on, and I hope that all of your family and your loved ones are safe and sound, my friend. How am I coping with isolation? I'm somebody who's, pretty isolated most of the time, Ted. I don't go out much. I've been out once in 10 weeks at this moment in time. Liam, I think, is the username of the hidden account that you're trying to check for on Hot Mic. Is that right, Limo? Or whoever the hidden account thinks they are. What was the username that we're searching? And Connor will check that out for you. Just post it into Hot Mic for us. Again, Nathan, I've still got no idea what you're on about in regards to that thing a minute ago, tagging me, saying that Everton fan channel, can you not take banter? Don't know what you meant by that. So rephrase it and I'll happily address it. Craig, is it you or Connor that runs the Twitter and Instagram account? I run the Twitter account. Connor runs the Instagram account. What did you think of the Cags piece sent me? I feel like... yes, Soyuncu. I can't see a reason for him leaving Leicester, Anthony. I mean, as you said, to me, he's angling for a new contract, and that makes sense. I mean, Leicester won't sell him. If they don't need to, Leicester are a well-run club. I agree with you, Anthony. I think Sancho probably just wants a new deal, mate, after a very good first season, and he'll probably get one because players generally do when they perform that well. What have we got? Okay, somebody's saying Nathan chastised Craig. I don't know. I still have no idea what that was on about. The whole Nathan thing. He hasn't rewrote in, so I still don't know what the fuck he's trying to say. But yes, I can take banter, mate. But, you know, I've also had people targeting my wife lately, publicly, on social media, and having a pop at my wife, which, nah, that shit ain't gonna fucking fly, mate. There's banter, and there's getting personal. And when you start attacking people's looks, and various other things about people, and being careful about what I say here, no, that's below the line, and that's where I draw the line. And I'm perfectly entitled to draw the line wherever the fuck I want, because I don't go on here and mock other people for how they look. So, yeah, that is where I draw the line. And if you don't like it, Nathan, then you can go fuck yourself as well. Simple as. Do you know what? Actually, I'll save time. I'll just remove you from myself out of boredom. So, there you go, Nathan. Go watch all the Everton fan channels you like, mate. Ted said, bit behind, the league being voided, or is it still uncertain? No, it's not being voided, mate. It was never going to be voided. Project Restart has taken baby steps towards getting back, but no, it won't be being voided as things stand. But look, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, I'm going to start bringing tonight's stream to a close. If you want to do us a favour, please do download that Hot Mic app and put in the code Anfield. There's a link in the description. It's also available on the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. I think that's about it. Again, Mark Goldbridge coming on tomorrow night for a chat, so make sure you've got your notifications turned on. Around 8:45 is the time that we're aiming for that one. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's been a while since we had a chat, so I'm looking forward to catching up. But Mark, Expressions coming up as well during the week. Who else have we got coming on? Miguel Delaney of The Independent, the chief football writer for The Independent, going to be interviewing him. And then Sophie and Boya coming on later on in the week as well. Brilliant. Look, I've really enjoyed this, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, as always, for your kind words, love and support. To everyone that came in to have a troll, you can kiss my ass as always. I hope that all of your families are safe and that your loved ones are healthy. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. I will chat to you tomorrow. Up the motherfucking Reds. Love to you all.